in the top left, we do have Hyun. And in the bottom left, we do have Flash. Hyun against Flash. Hyun is one of those very well-known guys. He played quite a long time of StarCraft 2, if I'm not mistaken, Hyun. And then he kind of went back to play Broodwar now. Now he's actively playing Broodwar. He's playing in those team leagues, those K-leagues, in those, what are they called? Like university leagues or something. And Hyun was a beast back in the day. He did play very good Pro League. He had a lot of Pro League appearances. He did play some OSLs, never really made that big of an impact, but he did AJD, okay, sorry, got sidetracked there a little bit. I guess he never had that big of a super finish. He was such a strong player. And this is gonna be Command Center first here. A little bit greedy from our flashy boy, and on the inside that thing is already going up. Now Hyun went beast mode, I think, during StarCraft 2, kind of. He never really had those super finishes in single competition, but he was a strong player for their roster on NBC Game Hero, right? And then he went into StarCraft 2 with TSL. And let me quickly check. Hyun, in StarCraft 2, he had a lot of good results there. He had a lot of tournament wins. He won the Hell It's About Time. It's a boot time. That's, I think, a base trade TV 4 gamers. Against Bomber, he had Round of Force in DreamHack. So his beast mode actually came online in StarCraft 2. It was not a StarCraft 1 thing. But he's a formidable player. He has a lot of experience in winning tournaments. He has GSL, GSTL, GSL finals made one. Against Sniper he lost one. He has a Home Story Cup second place. He has a WCS win, WCS Americas win. He has a lot of wins. He has a lot of Round of 4s, a lot of Round of 2s, so a lot of good finishes for him. And yeah, Hyun, 4 letters, of course it's 4 letters. Has to be. What could it other be, possibly? But yeah, he basically became beast mode in StarCraft 2, and now he's back to play StarCraft 1, or StarCraft Broodwar. Well, he was already a strong player. He never really made that individual tournament impact. So maybe his StarCraft Broodwar weakness would be as serious, but he seems to be powerful in those best of ones. He was also known as HYUNSTOPPABLE. A factory coming up. 111 possibly here from Flash. Likes to play that actually. He was the one that actually really popularized this build. I think around 2016, 2017-ish. 2017 probably. I think it was all the rage. Was playing that. Maybe 2018. Oh, come on, you can call me liar. 2019, somewhere around that era. But he was really utilizing this build a lot and making this looking imbalanced, because he could get that command center out so fast and get the tech out as well so fast and not lose. Just gonna throw down that starport here very quickly. No! Mech! Also 4 letters, by the way. M-E-C-H, Mech. He's gonna make extra factories. There we go. No starport. So he could play... Yeah, there we see the armor already. He could play the Goliath build. And this is gonna be the range upgrade, most likely. So he will go into a bunch of Goliaths. He did... I think he did see the space. See that macro hatchery? Very unique approach here by Hyun. It's gonna make an in-base macro hatchery, and he's gonna make a 4th hatchery over here. So he's gonna have a bunch of production. He could play this very Ling heavy. Already pretty cool things here we see from both players. Not common plays. I mean, the Goliath play is something you see from now and then, but it's like a strategy where you can really just mass up those Goliaths and just go and try to win against Meter Ling. Or you can transition to Mech from this, but he most likely is gonna just push this Goliath issue because he's already going into armor upgrades. Now what you're basically looking for is you're looking to trade. It's kind of funny. This build is engineered to counter Mutalisks, but Mutas are also considered to be the counter to this build. It literally comes down to engagement, to execution, to micro. And if you can snowball in any situation, and then one or the other will just be outperforming. Now, is he gonna lose the first muta already? No. But yeah, you're basically you're getting that armor to counteract those bounces from the mutaglyphs to really reduce that damage. And honestly, like Hyun going into this space here already and having that macro hatchery, I really like his chances actually. He even has a random drone across here. Because I like that he is set up for a very strong push from the Terran in like, I don't know, in like 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes. But he doesn't need to defend it now. So he can be greedy now. And he's greedy early, and then he's gonna be safe and sound later. Hopefully. At least potentially. He's also going into armor. So both players are prioritizing armor here. Because of course those missiles are also 2 missiles. It's a missile pack. And I think they also get armor upgrades to play twice. Now, no siege mode yet. And Flash is starting to posture out on the map. And Hyun is gonna come in here. Potentially at this natural. It's gonna snipe the turret. Gonna snipe the other turret. And this is when those Goliaths are gonna come in and utilize that range, man. It's really insane. Now, can he get those boxes in? Oh, that Zergling sees it all. Such a great scout here. But Hyun does not really have that many meters left. So if he wants to engage this group of Goliaths, he needs to utilize Zerglings. Then he can overpower. Zerglings to tank, Zerglings to get some extra damage in. But if you want to kill one control group of Goliaths, you kind of need 2 control groups of Mutas, or you need to catch them while they move. Now, if you have 2 control groups of Muta, you kind of need 3 groups of Goliaths to win. It is kind of weird how those snowbally system work between these 2 units specifically. So maybe Hyun can intercept these Goliaths down here, but that +1 armor is actually helping out a lot here. For both players, kind of, weirdly enough. As you can see, this Mutas didn't really get taken out, and the Goliaths also did not die. Enough Goliaths here in defense. Hyun was looking for an opening, looking for a weakness, but didn't find anything. Now, can he break this line of Goliaths? He's just making nothing but Mutas, as you can see. That's basically what you need to do. He's even going into another base here, 4th base. If he can get that 4th gas running up, he's gonna have a good time with his Muta production. 4 gas Muta? Pretty strong. I mean, you can also try to go into Defiler, but usually you don't have the time. He's even throwing down another. Love to see it. Another hatchery, another macro hatchery. He's going into Hydra speed. He's going into ground range. Could go into Lurkers as well, but Lurkers are not that great against those Goliaths. Now, if he can just buy enough time, he doesn't even need to stay on Mutas. He can go away from Mutas. You can eventually go into just Hydra Defiler in this matchup as well, with Plague and Dark Swarm. Now that might be his goal. We'll have to wait and see. So far he's still making nothing but mutas, but he is progressing into that different tech. Now he needs to get that Queen's Nest up though. Maybe with this 4th gas, and if he breaks this army once, he's immediately going to throw down the Queen's Nest and go into that different composition. These links are so valuable, man. They're so insane. He's going to try and break this army, but that's not how you engage into a group of Goliaths. You don't want to fight the Congo line head on. You want to get at the tail end of it, basically, and snipe those lagging behind. As you can see, he's just accumulating more and more mutalisks. He already has more than 2 groups. And Flash is just gonna secure a 3rd base. He has so many Goliaths. Now he's starting to produce some tanks. Of course, he kind of needs to go into this because you eventually need to swap the composition in case your opponent does. He's going into the Sign Vessels. And yeah, I hope he already made Siege mode, but he only has 1 tank, so it doesn't really matter. The armory is not spinning. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. He's sitting at 1-1. He has the science facility already, so he should probably just start that next upgrade, whatever it needs to be. If it needs to be armor or it needs to be damage. Personally would go for damage, since this game is kind of progressing past that Goliath push timing. Now, a bunch of Hydras coming down. We still don't have that hive. And I think Björn is overextending a little bit in this regard. He's not going into the correct tech switch here. And I mean, look at this number of Goliaths. It's just never-ending Goliaths. It's so many Goliaths. And Hyun wants to break this, but I don't think you can. I don't think Hydra Muta is going to be enough here. He does not see the full extent of this huge army from Flash. Another hatchery coming on here. A bunch of macro hatcheries, really focusing on the production. He wants to have a huge swing. And finally, transition coming in. Queen's Nest is going to be made. So this game has been super, super passive. And Flash does scan this one. He sees the Queen's Nest, but no lair yet. +2 already on these Hydralisks. They have getting a lot of glass cannon upgrades. And there we go. Hive has got to start. 1-1 on the mutas. Now he could potentially go for Guardians, but Guardians are not that great against those Goliaths. But you have those spaces, right? You have this area, for example. You have this area where you can really utilize Guardians to your advantage if you go for a Great Aspire as well. So this might be a Great Aspire play. I don't think so. Oh, he's going for a Queen. I wonder if he gotten in Snare. No, he's going for Brood. There we go. So he's going for Queen Broodling approach. And Hydra with that in conjunction. And he has a bunch of macro hatches, so he can actually produce really so many Queens and so many Hydras at the same time. So Hydra is going to be his gas light unit, Queen is going to be the gas heavy unit. And yeah, he wants to Broodling all of these tanks, or potentially some Goliaths that get friendly fired from siege up tanks. And until that point, he kind of needs to work with his army. Now this is Hydra Muta at this point. No Science Vessel anymore here. Can he break this position? These Hydras trying to stand the ground here behind, but they are not going to have a good trade. And they're kind of boxing. He's kind of boxing himself in. Oh, are we going to see an infested command center this game? Oh my god, Muta's getting kind of pulled away here to the north by some units. They need to finish these command centers. That's what they are looking to do here. But I don't think he can. He's gonna lose all of his mutas as well. Hyun? This is quite the wasteful attack. And it didn't do that much. It didn't even kill one of these bases. No, that's not how you do this. I mean, look at this. Queuing 5 SCVs. Just because. Now, what does he have behind this? He's stacking Queen energy? But Queens, they need time. You need something to support those. And it's gonna be only blank Hydras. I don't like your choices. I would have liked to see that infestation pit, the defiler mount basically, and get those defilers out. Get a Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm on Plague. Play that style. Hydra, Dark Swarm, Plague. I mean, Mech is gonna be still nice against that, but then he needs to go Siege Tank heavy. then you can use those queens. See, but he's skipping that step, kind of. Now let's see if Flash can break him here, or if Hyun is gonna stay strong. This is a bad rally here already. He's trying to set up a position behind as well, and Flash is expanding into this bottom area. And so the same is kind of starting to go to be true here for Hyun as well, and he's starting to utilize those broodlings. There we go. First tank, it's gonna get hit. Second tank, it's gonna get hit. Now, queens do die very fast to those Goliaths, actually. You need to be very careful. Gets another one done, and he comes from behind. He broodlings more and more. Nice cloning. Oh my god, he is gonna swallow this army. Oh, that's a great engage on those, with those queens, actually. Really good. Very well done here. And he still has some more stacking up energy. The Flash had a huge army supply. Now he's actually down quite a bit, and he's gonna struggle to remake because he never went up to that 8 factories. Yeah, there you go. Gonna start number 6 and 7 now. 2-1 are his upgrades, but this is the point where Hyun has a chance to potentially overcome a position from Flash here. He even has queens with this. Oh, come on. I want to see this so badly now. He's going to broodling all of these tanks. Hit the command center. Hit the command center. Make it halfway down health. And then infested. Infested. I want to see this. He needs those queens to snipe those tanks, of course. There's one tank sieged up. Can he get the last shot? No. No, that Hydra is shooting the SCVs. That's not the correct target. You need to shoot the command center. Now he's shooting the barracks. That's also a wrong target. We need to shoot the command center. No. GG is gonna be caught. We do not see these infested Terrans happen. But kudos to Hyun actually winning against Flash in this ladder game. Really well played by him. Quite nice game there.